Look what I got. Mm, 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 mm. Oh my God. All right, so good. All worth it. They're a little cold because I was out walking around with them, but they are still good. Thank you. Thank you, McDonald's. Thank you, chat, too. Some of you sent me super chats to make this possible. So here's what's going on. Open panel. The streaming today did not go nearly as smoothly as I thought. The sun was in my face the whole time. The thing I went to got canceled. I got my fries, and I'm done. I'm ready to come home, sit, and do a normal open panel, as normal as they ever get around here. So that's all this is. Just a place to hang out, chat. I understand a lot's been happening today in the world. I went over some of the news earlier. They arrested somebody in that United Healthcare killing. Daniel Penny got acquitted. Syria fell, is in flux. All kind of stuff. So I'm going to sit here and eat my fries. And y'all can come up or not, or chat in the comments or not. I got my fries either way. They're stringy too. They're the greasy, stringy ones today. I love those. Oh my God. This really does make the whole day worth it. I'm going over social media. Oh, the post office is hiring. I wonder if I could be a postal carrier. Let me take a look. Oh, because of the holidays, probably. I think you have to be able to drive to do that. I mean, I can drive. I think you need to have a driver's license. It has an exam requirement, probably the civil service exam. Driving required, a valid state driver's license, a safe driving record, and 2 years of unsupervised experience driving passenger cars or larger. I have all that. Not recently, but medical suitability, general eligibility and suitability, and background check requirements. And it looks like they let you work while you're trying to prove all of that. So while they're doing your background check, you can still work. So what if it comes back? That seems risky because they could potentially let somebody that shouldn't be working work for a few weeks and then pull them off the job if they come back with something on the record. Yeah, I guess not. Not the post office. It's very one of the most frustrating parts of being out of work and looking for work is knowing that you can be effective, but not knowing where to be effective, like not being able to find the opportunity to be effective. I just want to show up somewhere and be useful and show what I can do and get paid and not get fired. Mm. This is like fry therapy. All the cares and worries of the day are just melting away. Like fries in grease. Fries don't really melt when you put them in the grease. We wouldn't have fries if they did. What kind of grease am I eating? Canola? McDonald's fries. Let me look it up. Premium potatoes. Ingredients. Let's see, do they tell you on their website? Um, Nutritional information. They don't really say what the oil is. Oh, they used to cook it in a blend of canola oil and beef tallow. It says it uses several different types of oil. When it comes to fries, it's a canola blend. Canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, and natural beef flavor. I thought they don't have the beef anymore. It has a neutral flavor and a high smoke point. Hey Zat, what's up? I just got back from a exhausting day. Well, apparently it's not in these fries anymore. The beef. They took the beef tallow out. Now it's just plant-based oil. No cows had to die or suffer for me to enjoy these delicious fries. These delicious McDonald's fries. Oh my god. Mm. Num 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 num. Is this a mukbang? Is this considered a mukbang? Man, the napkin is so greasy from wiping my fingers. It's a lot of grease. I don't think I could do this every day. I know. I want to know what the beef tallow ones taste like now. I mean, I'm sure I've had them in childhood, but I want to compare them to the beefless fries. Hey, Dobes. Again, no. This is my first. These are my only fries of the day. Unless you meet again, since the other two times I did it. Oh yeah, I had to keep restarting it. So we're on number 4. Yeah, well, that's that commitment. That was one of my values when I took that test today. According to this test, my primary values is authenticity, which includes truthfulness and genuineness. Um, Authentic persons do not have to prove anything to others. They are themselves in every situation. When asked for their opinion, they will give an honest answer, even if their opinion is not popular. They do not find themselves in an environment where lying or lack of honesty often occurs. People who value authenticity generally have no problems with self acceptance. They can easily see falsehood or insincerity in the behavior of others. And then passion, honesty, trust, and commitment. Those are my top 5 values. Oh, you took it? I didn't realize they had descriptions on them, and I just discovered that they came with descriptions. Hey, Zat,
Hello.
what you doing?
Well,
Did you
just
cook
what you,
tonight?
no, I did not, sir. But what you were talking about just now, it brought up something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, which is this. I call him the adjuster, the guy who assassinated the CEO of United Healthcare. You know, I'm fascinated by this guy, and I think that he's kind of like a Marvel comic book character in a way. He left his calling card when he shot the guy, and he just got away clean like some kind of supervillain. You know, I think it's pretty cool in a way because not no one likes healthcare, and they
I
needed
like
this.
healthcare.
Well, no, I mean no one likes the way that they get denied healthcare, and this calls attention to it. You know, it's the one thing that made everybody kind of wake up a little bit.
What do you think's going to happen?
They're going to catch him and they're going to
Oh,
prosecute
I
him.
mean, not with him, but with healthcare.
Nothing. They
Oh,
just
okay.
increased. They spent money to increase their security, and that's going to be at the insurance payer's dime. They'll just increase the premiums to pay for their added security now. Nothing will
So he
change
just made healthcare more expensive for everybody.
in a way, in a small way, yeah. Right?
What a hero.
But he is a hero in the sense that he actually did something that made a difference and made people start talking about the issue.
I don't consider him a hero. What difference does it make? We don't know what difference. It's too soon to know what difference it made. You just said nothing's going to change.
Well, probably not, but you would hope that it would because people are now so aware of this issue. And I mean, nobody is on the side of the CEO as far as I've seen on social
I'm on
media.
the side of the people being murdered, and not on the side of the people doing the murdering.
Well, he was
It
crooked.
seems like such a clear cut moral issue, moral line to me. It's not even a gray area.
He was kind of crooked,
Luigi
though.
Mangione.
Who's
We
that?
finally have a name.
Luigi Mangione? Yeah, right. That is not his name. If it is, that's insane.
He's from Maryland. 26 years old.
No, are you serious? They caught him?
They caught him at a McDonald's.
What? I thought they were
He was
just
trying to
testing.
use a fake ID at McDonald's, but what do you need? What do you use ID at McDonald's for?
Yeah,
They
right.
didn't ask me. They didn't card me to get my fries.
Maybe he asked for like the ice cream, and they told him the machine was broken.
By the way, I did not see chocolate ice cream on the menu. So Mr. P was right. I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh, I guess they did. It really is
Oh,
Luigi
you mean
Mangione.
he's like one of the rare 26-year-olds that actually reads?
I don't know if this is the guy, but they certainly are saying they're trying to make it look like it is.
He did a review on the Unabomber Manifesto.
Yeah.
Great. So he's like
A nut job.
a Unabomber
Well,
admirer of the Unabomber.
Brzezinski wasn't totally wrong, like he said some smart things.
Well, saying smart things is one thing, and then bombing people is another. So he was wrong. His actions were very wrong, and this guy's actions were very wrong. This is not how we handle our
Yeah,
issues in a democratic society.
for sure. But if all the other avenues fail,
They haven't. All the other avenues haven't even begun to fail.
hmm, I don't know about that.
What's been like healthcare reform has been talked about for like what's been tried that's failed before, but what do you have to try and fail before you get to murder people? Like what is the line at which you get to murder people?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I'm not aware of any healthcare reform that's been tried yet that people concluded that it's time to start murdering people because we've tried this whole list of things and none of them have worked. I'd like to see the list of what's been tried and failed that now we get to murder people.
I'm hoping that he did this because someone that was very close and dear to him was denied health care coverage and they died as a
And
result.
so it's okay to murder people for that?
No, but I'm hoping that that was his motivation.
Wow, y'all are y'all are some. Oh my god.
I don't know.
Oh, he
I'm
was a
afraid.
right winger. Don't- the leftists thought they would claim him for their little violent hate. I'm not impressed by violence. I just see it as a less civilized version of what most modern humans are capable of. So it's to me being violent is like being dumb. It's just a
Yeah,
regression of an
but
intellectual norm or a moral norm.
sometimes it's
It's
the
trailer
only
park
form.
morality.
sometimes it's the only thing certain individuals understand because they think
But
that
we
they
have
can get
the
away with.
state for that. Where human,
Yeah,
like individual citizens don't have to take violence into their own hands because we have a
what
state.
happens? What happens when the state fails you? You know, and you have no other
Well,
options now.
that's why I keep asking, where in this situation has the state failed him?
Well, that's the question you have to ask this shooter because he put.
We don't just get to subjectively decide that the state has failed us and start killing people. There has to be some objective way you can point to where the state failed him. And even then, we have a political process that we use to redress state failures. We don't
Is
just
it
get to go out and kill people
is
when
it
we think the
effective
state
though?
failed us. We have
Is
elections. That's how we redress failures in the state. We
Yeah,
put
but
new people in there.
does the state represent you in a way that is fair, or do they just dismiss your
it
claims as
it
though it's
it it doesn't have to that's still not a justification for violence, even if
mm,
sometimes it doesn't represent you personally in ways that you find fair. That doesn't mean you get to revoke the monopoly of violence that we grant to the state.
I guess.
Citizens just can't unilaterally take that into their hands and have a civilized democracy still function.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I have a different mindset, and I think sometimes it's poetic justice when bad people get fucking called out.
Well, poetic justice is not. Vigilante justice has no place in a civilized society.
Hmm.
Axis, thank you so much. I sure did. I just got it. Thank you. Thank you. You almost covered the fries.
How's the murder trial going there?
It's ended.
Really?
It's it's done.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Wow.
we're
Hold
not
on.
in a jungle situation. The U.S. in 2024 is not a jungle.
Really? I think it's more of a jungle
No.
now than it was
Well,
in the
that's
50s.
just you thinking it's a jungle, but that's not what it actually is. We have a political process still.
Hmm.
People, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. People can't just decide on their own that they don't like the system anymore and start destroying it. That's what the leftists do, and that's the same thing. That's the same thing that we sit on these channels complaining about the left and Antifa and all those people doing. Why is it okay for you if those are your values, then live them out consistently? It can't be okay when you think there's a reason to do it, but not okay when the leftists think there's a reason to do it.
well, what about the million, well, not millions, but the hundreds of thousands of people that suffered because of the denials of the healthcare system, and they have no voice. Like they
So
have
so it's okay to go around killing people because you subjectively determine
maybe
you can't
maybe
have
maybe
that and still have a
maybe
civilized society. If
maybe just
everybody can just kill people based on their own subjective take on things,
maybe just this once it was the right thing to do.
it's not. It's not. You're trying to rationalize barbarism,
Of course I am.
and that says something about that's something about you to look
Yeah,
at.
well, I was raised in a barbaric situation. I mean, all I've known is violence and fighting and warfare and strategy. And it's like, I think that as far as the strategy goes, this guy did the one thing that's going to wake everyone's ass up and make them pay attention to the fact that the public is dissatisfied.
This is that one guy. He's not the public.
Oh, but he spoke
He
for the
doesn't
public.
speak for. He does not represent me. He doesn't speak for me at all. I want to make that very clear.
He represented me a little bit with his delay. I know what the insurance companies do. They delay paying claims that have been approved by 3 years, by 5 years. They hold on to that shit as long as they can, so they
And
can
so they
go.
deserve to be murdered?
Uh, yeah, kind of.
That's sick.
$15 million, in 1 year, because you sold your stocks off because you knew the company was going to be investigated, and so you did insider
So
trading.
if he did something criminal, we have a legal process for that.
But
You don't
what if?
random
What
citizens
if?
just don't get to go shoot you because
And
people think that's what you did.
and how many CEOs get prosecuted, every year because of their fucking?
That doesn't justify vigilante justice.
Well, somebody had to
Because
make it.
everybody's going to have a different opinion of how something should have gone, and if they can just use that as justification for killing people, we no longer have a civilized society. We no longer have a democracy. We truly have the law of the jungle, where people can just randomly kill whoever they want. We have the gang warfare of the inner city. We have trailer park morality. Everything that people pretend to be evolved from and not think should be the norm in America, all of a sudden that's okay, and it's okay to devolve back into that now when it's somebody's pet issue. That's not what I want for America. I don't want America to become a country where we're just gang banging each other all the time. I don't think that's a way to run a civilized democracy. Hey,
True.
Busker.
I just thought of something. All right, this is really weird. My brother just out of nowhere sent me a message asking me to write him a country song, and I'm just like thinking, like, dude, you must have been lit up last night or something, man. Because like, I don't have any inspiration to do shit these days, right? So that aside, I'm gonna write a country song called "Denied, Deposed, Defend." So like that could be a way of like letting out anger is just through a song, right?
Yeah,
And
I guess art is one way to do it. There's people that do it here on YouTube. Kathy Griffin did it with her decapitated
yeah,
Trump head.
and just like add some comedy to it, like that's totally like, and you can make antonyms to those words just to like make it like mixed up and shit, like make it kind of funny, you know? Like instead of depose, or like you could have words that sound similar. You could say dispose instead of depose.
But
There's no
the
such
fact that
word
you
as.
have the freedom to do that is a luxury
Yeah,
of a civilized society. And if we
that's.
revert back to a barbaric society where everything's just vigilante justice, you're going to quickly lose the freedom to make the kind of art you want.
I mean,
So
like,
yeah, I think yes, write the country song because that is
yeah, I mean, like that's a way people can let out their anger. Hopefully, like to think just like that people are singing about that, so maybe they people know. So like, I don't feel alone, and like, see that I hope that doesn't inspire them to do anything stupid like that. But shit.
yeah. I hope it doesn't either.
I hope more people. I hope more people rise up and fight legally against the healthcare system
You
that
weren't
denies
saying
them.
legally 5 minutes ago.
No, no, but I don't hope that they do it violently because that's not going to solve anything. But I do hope that they rise up and do it legally as a result of this call to awareness that has
I
just
mean,
come
what do
our
you
way.
want them to do? Healthcare insurance companies can't pay every single claim.
No, but there are the CEOs make millions of dollars off of shady deals that they make at the expense of the person
Well,
who
you
is
have to
paying them
prove
the
all of that in a
premium.
court of law. You can't just like try people by public opinion.
They're paying the premium for the insurance and they're not getting coverage for things like pre-existing conditions and all this other bullshit that, it's senseless. And yet the CEOs are making millions and millions of dollars and they can't pay a $10,000 claim for someone.
It's
It's not
corporatism.
right.
Corporatism, like I gotta say, corporatism is definitely different than traditional capitalism.
Hey everybody.
Corporatism is a beast.
Yeah. Did you guys? I think I actually agree with Zach a lot. It does happen a lot, and people do pass. And I agree with Jeff also. You shouldn't take the law into your own hands. But imagine if someone that you love with everything you have, passed, and then the person responsible I mean, we are primordial. We are. Even there's a part of you, Jeff, as
We're
calm as
also
you are.
civilized.
Yeah,
And
we are.
and health insurance CEOs do not create sickness and disease. It's not their fault your loved one is suffering from some disease. That's
But
just
it's
a
their
human
fault. It's
tragedy
their
that
fault that they don't get the
can hit
medicine
all
they
of
need.
us.
It's their fault they don't get the medicine they need because of an algorithm that automatically denies their claim.
Yeah, and all the money paid through the nose for the damn
Well,
shit.
murder is not the solution
Yeah, I
to a
understand.
faulty algorithm.
Something needs to get done, though.
Yeah. Yeah. And even to get, I mean, if you're not on Medicaid or, you know, some kind of assistance from your employer, like good medical insurance is extremely expensive. And
Then we
I
get
literally,
into the whole debate of is healthcare a right at all? Some people would
yeah,
say no, some people say yes.
I'd
So
be
that
fucked.
stuff as a society we have to determine. There's no one right answer.
Well, I
I
do know.
Everyone should have health care.
Well,
I mean,
you
that's
think that, but not everyone thinks. Not everyone agrees.
Well, all I know, man, is if I didn't have Medicare, Medicaid, I'd be fucked.
mm,
Completely fucked.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, mine's like $300 and something just for me a month.
Same thing with housing. Is the government responsible for housing everybody? Is that a right that everybody's entitled to, or are people responsible for
it
doing what
should
they
be.
need to do to secure their own housing, just like secure your own health care?
But
It should
So
be.
these are conversations we as a society need to have and decide on. Like, what are our values?
there should be programs set up to house homeless Americans, especially veterans. There should never be a homeless veteran. That's my opinion. Are they going to put up in the Ritz? No, but maybe you ever see those tiny homes? They make those little tiny homes.
Yeah.
You ever see? Yeah, and they're not expensive to make, and they can live in them.
Seattle
It's
had
like
some tiny home villages for a while. I don't know what happened to them, but they were doing stuff like that here.
They're certainly setting up the illegals like they're fucking gold.
yeah. And I think the reason why is because they were expecting them to all vote Democrat, and it went the other way. So I think that was the guys get as many illegal as aliens in here. And I'm just saying the theories. I think they were supposed to vote Democratic. I think because
You
why would
can't
they
guarantee how people vote. That's a poor strategy to be.
Well, usually,
But-
I mean, like what happens when you're in a state that has a city, it's going to be blue no matter what.
Yeah.
Because illegal immigrants can't vote anyway.
No, but I think if you look it up, I think they were letting them.
Yeah,
Because-
that's what I heard too, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They were letting them. I'm
Well,
pretty sure because they was.
my guess is that's misinformation. So
All right.
Well,
I
yeah.
doubt there's many people
I heard it from more than
without the
one-
legal right to vote voting. I know this is the age of gossip, and I saw it on YouTube and I read it on Twitter, but that doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah. And they said the reason why
My intuition tells me that probably not. There's probably not a lot of illegal people voting.
Let's
But they
hope-
Hey,
sure were
Tommy.
Yeah. But they sure were putting them up in really fancy hotels and stuff like that. for
Yeah.
free.
A lot of that, again, those are private organizations that do that. Those are nonprofits, non-governmental organizations. These are grassroots agents. It's not the federal government doing it. It's agencies that people are privately funding,
Yeah.
are nonprofits to be able to do that. So go after those people. Your grievances
Yeah.
with those people. It's not the government setting
You
those
sure
up.
the government doesn't have anything to do with this, Jeff?
What do you think the government doesn't have anything to do with nonprofits other than
No,
making
I'm
it possible
talking
for
about
people to set
all
them
these
up?
all these illegals being like set up like fucking good.
No,
While
that's probably grassroots efforts to help, and they're mostly in the cities. There's cities that have them more than others. They have a lot here in
sanctuary
Seattle.
cities, there's a lot.
Anybody can start a nonprofit. It doesn't take the federal government to do
It's
it
not
for
about nonprofits. The sanctuary cities. They're just like giving out everything to these people.
you.
Did
The
you see-
cities themselves are not. It's these agencies, these private and nonprofit agencies that are doing it. That people are starting, and they're allowed to start here in America. So it's the citizens of America that are starting these agencies that are doing this.
So the agencies are paying for their cell phones. Their
Yes.
Oh, That's not
Yes, they have agencies here in Seattle for immigrants that the immigrants could show
I'm
up
sure
to
they do
and
got
get. They
that.
hook them up with all kind of services.
Wow, so that's like in combination with what else they're getting. I mean, dude, it's just insane how are they allowed to be here and be in all these buildings legally? It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. You know,
I'll be right back.
it's a wild web we weave. And the thing is, and what I know to be true, and I know this to be true, there were what's called Obama phones. So the government did give you a free phone and pay for it. That is true. Could be a different program for them, but I knew people whose family members weren't well off, and they get a free cell phone. Now it was a cheesy cell phone. It wasn't a smartphone, but it was a free phone, and you got a free amount of minutes a month. And then it is factual that a lot of the migrants were getting gift cards to help.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
help them
sick.
they were getting gift cards. People are struggling to eat, and they were, I think it was like a $1,000 or $2,000 gift card or something like that, and there's just hand them out, and I'm like, let me get one. My name is Jose. Throw me one. But no, how do I say this?
Whoever's got the biggest hand in it, I don't know. Nonprofits or government, I don't know, but I think they both have something to do with it, obviously.
Is it Jeff making coffee?
I don't know what people. I don't care what people think of what I say about this, but I personally am kind of glad that he did what he did, and I think it's going to call attention to the national healthcare crisis that we're all involved in, and everyone seems to be on the side of this guy, who I call the adjuster.
Like a comic book hero.
Yeah, like a comic book hero. He left a calling card. He escaped, in a puff of smoke.
God. It's so weird, man. They'll make movies about him for
Yeah.
probably like 2 versions.
He's the adjuster. He adjusted the situation.
Yeah, excuse me. I'm mic down, and I think it might be Jeff. It might be. I don't know. That buzzing. I get bzz, bzz, bzz. You can hear it.
It might be my laptop, man. This thing is very old.
It's
old enough that it has a CD-ROM drive. It's that old. It's got a hole in the bottom where the fan's supposed to blow. That's broken off. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's a refurbished piece of junk that I got on my good laptop. I stupidly spilled whiskey on the. If that wasn't a reason to quit drinking, I don't know what is, but that was one reason.
Yeah.
It was like over $1,000 down the drain. It was completely ruined. I just spilled a little bit on the keypad, and it just completely blew it.
Yeah. That happened to me with the Mac. My MacBook. There was a glass. What was it? Orange juice, and I just it went boost right all over the keyboard, and I took it to the place, and I had to pay $150 just to diagnose it, just to look, just to look at it.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "I think we can fix it. I think we can fix it," and then it never worked. So yeah.
Yeah, refurbished is just not really gonna last long. I mean, that's just the way it is.
You're better off just getting a new one.
That's right.
They always say,
let's see. We got Tommy
I gotta
in the
get a
back.
new laptop or something because
Hey, Tommy.
What up, Jeff?
What's up?
What's going on?
Salute, guys.
Salute. They always say be careful buying a used laptop, because even when they try to wipe it, you never know it could be still in there. So you always buy a brand new laptop.
Yeah, you wouldn't ever want to fuck with somebody's old laptop.
Well,
Yeah.
I used to use like government fucking quality wiping programs where there was just nothing left. I mean,
What's that called? That had a certain term, like the scrubber or something like that.
The
I can't remember
scrubber.
what it's called. scrubber or something like that. And it was it was expensive. You buy it, and they would scrub the laptop from
Remember,
every.
McAfee became a millionaire off of virus scan. He was the first one to do it. McAfee, remember? There's a
That's right.
documentary on
Mm-hmm.
him. He was a
Yeah.
He
very
was
outspoken, wild man.
Yeah, he was
He was-
strange, dude. He was like living
Strange.
in
Very
a
strange.
box of aluminum or some shit because he
didn't
thought people could hear his thoughts or something.
yeah. Didn't he buy an island or something like that?
Yeah. He went out and lived in like a secluded island, I think.
That's
If
crazy.
that doesn't say Epstein, I don't know what does.
He had a lot
Right.
of money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think he
yeah.
got in trouble for something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it was girls. I think it had to do with girls.
Yeah, same type of thing with the girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he got
He's-
in trouble with that kind of thing, yeah. And now
He's
Jay-Z's named in a lawsuit now, too.
Who?
Jay-Z, he's named in a lawsuit with a 13-year-old girl back in early 2000s with P. Diddy.
I hope
Yeah.
they fry that fucker. I hope they throw him in
It's all
jail.
over the news. Surprised you
We
didn't hear
knew
that.
that. Jay-Z was, hitting Foxy Brown when she was like 14, 15 years old, right?
And Aaliyah, too.
Fucking
And,
I don't know
uh,
if Aaliyah, I think Aaliyah, I don't know if she was underage then. I know R. Kelly did with her when she was underage.
Yeah. Great.
fucking hip hop hoopties. God damn.
Yeah. But
Jay-Z
Jay-Z
did
is,
some shady shit.
she was like 13 or 14, and Jay-Z was like, I think in his 30s or something, or something like that. He was up there in age. He was up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But check the exact, because he might have been older than that. Because isn't Jay-Z like over 50 now?
Yeah, and he's like monitoring himself after like a famous gay African painter.
Yeah.
His hair is like crazy.
Oh shit.
That's Jean-Michel Basquiat. Jean-Michel
Yeah.
Basquiat was he painted with Andy Warhol back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Basquiat, he was a ladies' man. He dated Madonna for a while. It's all because
Yeah.
I
bet.
love the movie Basquiat. I love it because I like art. It's an interesting movie. It's interesting.
What's it called again?
Basquiat.
Jean-Michel Basquiat. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
part of the little no-wave cinema art
Yeah.
scene, and Madonna was in a no-wave band too
Yeah.
before she became popular. It was that
She
little
was
New
like
York
new wave. Yeah.
post-punk
She was in a
art
new wave
scene.
band. You
Kind of
said,
like
Jeff?
Blondie in a way. Like,
No wave.
like the
Oh.
no wave, like Blondie.
I forgot what it was called. It was these two brothers. No, Blondie's new wave. No wave was a post-punk development.
It's a great movie. I can't remember his name. He's great. He's a great actor. The guy who played Basquiat. What's his name? He's been in a bunch of movies. But they had Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol was David Bowie in the movie.
Oh,
And
really?
then they-
Yeah, I think I saw a piece.
I think it's just called Basquiat.
David Bowie
And then
played him?
Yeah, and then they had the guy from Apocalypse Now, the crazy guy with the pictures.
Marlon Brando.
Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, Marlon Brando.
Dennis Hopper.
Marlon Brando?
Dennis Hopper. Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper, and then Benicio del Toro was in that movie as his best friend. Yep, it's a good. It's good. Even though it's a theme some people might not like, I had no problem watching it, and I actually enjoyed it because I liked his abstract art. I liked it. I thought it was cool. Hell,
What was it called again? The movie?
Here, I'll put it in the
Basquiat?
chat.
Oh, Basquiat.
Basquiat or whatever.
Basquiat.
What?
Yeah.
Basquiet.
I guess the T is silent, maybe.
Maybe.
Sure.
It's French. Jean-Michel Basquiat.
Yeah, it is French. Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
so
don't
he's-
know French that well.
His father was Haitian, and his mother was I think French Creole or something like that.
Oh, I think I did
They
see
speak
pieces of that when it
French
came
in
out,
Haiti, don't they?
Yeah, and his mother got put into an insane asylum, and he tried to go visit her, and she was just talking
yeah,
this
dude.
crazy stuff.
That's worth a rewatch. I haven't seen that. I think I did see that a long time ago.
Well,
Great
you
movie,
know,
man.
everybody's been talking about how Haitians are eating pets, eating dogs.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a dog eating a Haitian the other day.
Oh
Oh,
no!
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
No, he was dead. He
Oh
was
my
dead.
god!
You didn't see that. You
Dude,
saw
that's
that on a
still
I
video or
did.
something, right?
I didn't see it in real life. I saw it on the internet, but I
I was
did
gonna
see it.
say.
This dog was just fucking chowing down on this dead Haitian.
God damn!
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
Zach joined in. Zach's on the back leg, just tearing.
That's gnawing on the back leg.
Oh my god!
I'm hungry.
Give me some of that.
He's hungry. He's hungry.
Oh my goodness, that is funny. Yo, it's cold. I don't know if it's cold where you guys are at. It's cold and it's raining.
Yeah,
It's not
sunny
that
here.
bad today, but it's getting cold. You know, the last couple days before were cold. It's 48 right now, so it's not like crazy
actually,
bad.
yeah, it's only 49 here, so yeah.
But
it's
it gets 23 when it gets down there. It gets real cold.
at
30s.
the middle of the night, it'll go down probably to
Yeah,
early
middle of the night,
40s.
early in the morning. It's cold as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we're not down in Virginia. We're not used to that. We're used to like average. Like if it's going to be, it usually like right now it'd be like around 60 something. It wouldn't be like 45 degrees. So it's just you
You
feel
guys don't
different.
get
Used to it.
snow in Virginia?
Every 5 years, maybe 4 to 5 years.
So it doesn't get that cold in the winter over there?
It does, but I guess we don't get the
You
whatever the
don't
cloud.
you don't have
Yeah.
real bad snowstorms, or like it's just like a dusting of snow.
The
Is
last one,
Virginia Beach in Virginia? Is that in Virginia?
Yeah.
yeah, no,
It's
It
in
is?
your
Okay, all right. I always thought it was
vagina.
something separate. I always thought it
It's
was something
in your
separate.
vagina there.
Yeah.
What's up?
Virginia
What's
Beach is where all
cracking,
the
homies? Big Mike in the
Yo,
house.
what's cracking?
Zacharici, Toxic Tommy, and the B-Mall Buska.
Virginia Beach.
And we got General Gen X, Jeff.
Yeah, man.
General Jen.
General
Jeff.
Gen X Jeff, man. Dude, that's a compliment.
Mhm.
You gotta take it as a compliment, Jeff.
I don't
In
know.
general.
You're the general.
Or
You're
they're
the
setting me
general.
up to take the leader is the one that takes the
Now,
fall.
do you like that? Have you guys seen that show Tulsa King?
I watched the
Yeah, it's
first
fucking
like
awesome.
half season or so, and then I quit
Stallone's
following
good in
it.
it.
It was pretty
You didn't
good.
like it? You didn't like it, Jeff?
I don't know. I just got involved in other
You lost
things. But
interest,
it was
huh?
what's his face, Rambo, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone, yeah.
Oh,
He's a
what
mob
channel-
It's
boss
pretty
that
good.
What
ends up
channel
in
is it?
Tulsa, and he has to kind of start establishing the.
So it's a series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is
that's
it
the
on?
thing.
They're in
he's
their
good. He's a
second
good
season.
actor. It really showed me how his acting range. Besides just
What channel is it
Rambo,
on?
it's on CBS or Paramount.
Besides just like
Rambo.
Rambo and Rocky, right?
So I
Yeah,
probably
he did.
have
He
that.
did. He
Yeah.
does a really good acting job. I was surprised.
he's a good actor. I think Stallone's a really good actor. I mean,
It's a
he's done
good.
other
It's a
roles.
good male movie, like about masculinity and the
Well,
value
It's
that
one
a
of the only
strong
times he plays
male
a mob
figure
boss.
brings to situations. It's like daddy has to come in and set everything right.
There was
Stallone
another.
was
He
in
rarely
Guardians
plays a
of the
mob
Galaxy.
boss.
Yeah.
Stallone, you know, it was one of the only
It was-
ones he plays a mob boss in.
Yeah, there was another movie where he was a mobster. Where they were
Yeah,
coming
Mickey
after him.
Rourke was in it, right? It was that. What was that movie? Oh God, what's it called?
Where
I
they,
can't
like,
remember.
Yeah, what they like fight in the club or whatever it is. Mickey
Yeah,
Rourke's
him
all
and Mickey
cool.
Rourke, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you know a movie.
The Boxer?
You know a movie I'm talking about.
Was it called The Boxer or something like that?
No, it wasn't The Boxer. It was like a Stallone movie. It was an action movie. His brother gets murdered and he comes back and he just wrecks shop over like what happened to his brother. He's in the mob.
Terms of Endearment.
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
Man,
Terms of
Mickey
endearment.
Rourke.
What the hell? No, it was damn. I can't
Mickey
remember. I'm
Rourke
gonna have to look it
fucked
up. Hold on.
himself up.
I'll look it up.
Mickey Rourke fucked his face up real bad with plastic surgery. Have you seen that? Like, it's just like disgusting.
But didn't he get into a really bad motorcycle accident though?
Probably, I don't know. It could be.
I think he got injured really bad, and he had to get his. That's. I kept you thinking somebody
Welcome
else.
to Celebrity Gossip Hour.
Yeah.
Oh, it was called Get
This is
Carter.
the male view,
Get
the
Carter was the
Panelverse
title
version
of
of
the
the
movie.
view.
called
Yeah.
Get Carter. And yeah, he
Yep.
messed his face up real bad in that movie. Mickey Rourke's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good fight
Good.
scene.
It
Yeah.
was.
I remember. Yeah, there was a boxing thing that had to do with part of his
I like the
issue.
girl in that movie too. His niece.
Mhm. Well, they said
She
they say
gets
still after.
he finds out she gets like abused. Remember, and he goes nuts. That's when he goes
Yeah.
after Mickey Rourke.
Yeah. He was
Yeah, it's a good.
putting his hands on it. Yep.
What
Yeah,
was
that's a
that
good
chick?
movie, man.
I can't remember. Who was that chick that was the relative that got abused?
Forget her name. I forget the actress's name. I can look it up. Hold
Is that
on.
it's on the tip of my tongue?
But
I can't.
they say they say Stallone, after Rocky, because he had to train really hard for Rocky, had a box. And if you look at every movie he's ever been in, he's always been in phenomenal shape. And he's
Oh yeah.
always been boxing. He said he's never not stopped boxing and working out. Because you look at him in Tulsa King, how old is he? Is he like
He's
in his
still in
mid
great
70s?
shape. He's in his 70s or
He's
Yeah.
almost
like
70s. Almost
no, I
70s, maybe.
think he's over 70, Tommy. I
Well, yeah,
think
he's
he
in his
is.
70s. In his 70s. I don't know exactly how old he is, but
Yeah.
he's old.
But look,
He's older.
dude,
He must
you
have
know,
taken good care of himself.
He's
Or
my
something.
father's age. He's my
yeah,
father's age, and he's in great shape. He's in great
yeah,
shape.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
pushes himself to the limit. I mean,
Yeah.
he takes human growth hormone and all this other crap. He got
You
in
know,
trouble for that. Taking that
yeah.
out of Australia or some shit one time. He got stopped at the airport. I heard that on the news once.
Yeah.
But I don't
But
think
what's
he
his
got in any
name?
trouble for it.
God,
Man.
you know who his bodyguard is? The Italian the head angel guy. He was on Oz. He works with the
Oh, is that really him? That's his bodyguard for real?
that's his that's his
Oh,
back.
what's that guy's name? I forget his name now. Hold on.
Chuck Zito.
Yeah, Chuck Zito. He just did a Vlad interview. I saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Stallone comes in town and then he bodyguards him around. There's like videos on YouTube where he's with Stallone. Behind he's all he makes Stallone look little. Yo, Vito's
Yeah.
big. Yeah,
Chuck Zito is pretty big. Yeah, he's a big
he
guy.
was good in Oz. Oz is a good movie, man. I'm
He
good.
was
Good
trying to
series.
get a part in The Sopranos, but he couldn't do The Sopranos and Oz. But see, he could because Edie Falco did that. She was in both. She was in the first season of Oz, and then she was in The Sopranos. And he was
Yeah,
trying to do that, but for some reason he couldn't get a part.
yeah. I wonder who would have played. You had to play a tough
He
guy,
said he
like
tried
a
to do
hitman.
like a crossover between Oz and like The Sopranos, like Tony's crew is in Oz, like The Sopranos come to Oz or some shit, or Oz like he gets out of Oz and goes to like the. I don't know. He said he tried to write like a crossover.
I bet
They
though.
didn't. They
I
didn't
bet you
buy.
anything. I bet you anything. If he would have signed up for Sopranos, he probably would have played. He probably would have played Furio. The
That
enforcer.
would have been a good
You know.
part. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So
definitely a good
movies.
bodyguard part.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what else is going on in the world, gentlemen?
Ugh.
No.
My Eagles won yesterday.
Mm. You see the
We're
Giants
11
game?
and 2 right now.
Yeah. They're saying it's going to be either you or it's going to be the Lions. That's what
Yeah,
they're all saying.
Detroit is. They got the best record right now. Detroit.
Yeah.
They only lost one game. Same with
But now
KC. I think KC only lost one game. They just won last night off a field goal too.
the Eagles have multiple championships. I don't think the Lions have one championship. I don't think so.
Oh, I
Um,
don't know. I don't know about that.
unless it was the AFL before it was the NFL. Not the
We only
AFL.
have one Super Bowl win in 17. We went to the championship a couple times, but
Yeah.
that was the only time we won an actual Super Bowl.
Hmm.
2017 with Nick Foles.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. We haven't won since 11. We won. We have 4, but it's been a while. I don't know what it is. The Giants, they have these new rookie wide receivers. They're explosive, but we don't. We have crappy quarterbacks. Although I like Tommy DeVito. He's good. He's young. He's a rookie, so they don't not playing him much. So the Giants have they're like 2-14 or what two I don't even want to think about it. The 2 wins that we have is from DeVito. So they bench
That's
him and we lose.
wild.
And we lose like all
Only
these games in a
2?
row. 2.
That's
What was
crazy.
it? Was that week 14? What was that? Week what?
I don't
It might have
know.
been
15, I think. Well, 11,
15.
13, 14. Might have been 14.
14, yeah. So we're 2-12.
That's wild.
Woo!
That's
Wonderful.
horrible.
Wonderful. It sucks. But
Wonderful.
I'm trying to get Jeff to like football. He's resistant.
No, people have tried to teach it to me like 50 times, and it doesn't stay in my brain.
I
I
told
don't
you
know
he's
what I'm
got this.
looking at. It's just like a bunch of little ants crawling around the field.
Yep.
I thought for the longest time they were trying to get the ball through the big pole thing, but that's not even the purpose of the game.
No, it is. That's a
Well,
You're
field
supposed to
goal.
run it
goals,
across the
those.
line at the end.
Yeah.
Well, but you can win a game by a field goal. I mean, there's
Right,
games
but
that have been
that's not the main goal of the game.
the game
Like
goal
in
That's
to get
not the
soccer,
main
it's to
goal.
get it into the net. But in
Yeah.
football, it's not. You're not trying to get it between those poles. You're trying to cross it over the line.
the lowest
Unless,
scoring game of.
yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, which I think I'm right on this, the lowest scoring NFL game of all time was 2-0, where they scored
2? What was it, a safety?
a safety. Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, there's multiple ways to score in football. You can score through a touchdown. You can score through a field goal.
But
You
like the
score through a
main way
safety.
is they try to
It's a
gain.
touchdown.
They
Yeah, it's a
gain, yeah, whatever that's called. They try to
yeah.
gain yards and get the ball
Yep.
to the end.
but if those,
Run to
but
the
Jeff,
end.
Hey, or is to get a cheerleader.
oh yeah, I was shocked to learn that they don't really make any money at all. It's more, if you look up an NFL cheerleader salary, it's not large. People think they're going to make like $1 million. No, it's then they get into modeling and they get become famous. But look at their average salary. I think it's pretty low. Imagine
They're
an
doing
We
NFL.
played football in PE class, like the flag football, where you had little flags at the
Yeah.
but I don't remember. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't remember anything about it. I was just running around randomly on the field, and
Yeah.
people were coming at me and trying to rip off my flags.
Now, high school football in New York is they go. They're trying to kill each other on the field, man. It's nuts. It really
Violent,
is.
such a violent society.
It is. You're cursing. You're smacking your own helmet. You
You know,
know.
high school football is really big in like the southern states, like Tennessee and
Yeah.
Alabama, all those
So was
southern states.
well, Pennsylvania's really big on high school football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania's pretty big on it too.
Mhm. Yeah, man.
But I was surprised how big it was out in Tennessee and stuff. Like they're die hard high school
Some of it's
football.
the tailgating, at least in Louisiana.
It's like Varsity
It's an
Blues
excuse
out
to
there.
party.
And if
It's
you
just
go,
like the movie.
when we went up there with my wife's family, when we were still married, they lived in Maryville. And Maryville is a couple towns away from Knoxville. And Knoxville is where they have the Tennessee Volunteers. And all you see, everywhere you turn when it's game day, everywhere you see, everyone has yellow on. I mean, in other words, what I'm trying to say is, yes, football is crazy popular in Tennessee. And it was an awesome game. It really was an awesome stadium, too. We went to the football game. It was great, man. Loud, though, man. You don't realize how loud it is in there. You ever been to an NFL game, Tommy?
I went to the Eagles game yesterday with my son.
How loud was it in there?
Loud as hell. It's exciting, loud.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was his first football
Yeah.
game, so we had a good
Oh
time.
wow! How old was he, or is he?
He's 9, or he's 15. My little one's 9. I didn't bring him. I couldn't have a ticket.
You
for
bought
him.
that was his first game at 15.
Yeah, my older son. Yeah.
Did they go to like high school games?
Eagles take like professional Eagles tickets are expensive, bro. They're like
Yeah.
really expensive. Yeah, he goes to the high school games all the time. He's trying out for the high school team next year.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's trying to play football, so he's training, lifting,
World
and all.
World Series tickets are expensive too. Goodness, great. Man, they make money hand over fist. Well, you know, the really popular games, what, like a World Series game or a Super Bowl. Man, people were paying like $6,000 to $10,000 for the Super Bowl for a seat right up front, like right up front on the field. And did you remember the play where the guy went up?
That's almost as expensive as Taylor Swift tickets.
Guy went up. Did you see this, Tommy? Where the guy, was it Mookie Betts? He went up. He's jumping up the wall, and there's fans behind him, right? There's 2 Yankee fans behind him. The one guy grabs his arm and holds him up, he's like dangling like this, and the guy rips the ball out.
Yeah, your fan did that. I saw that.
Yeah, and they both got ejected, and they said that the average price for their seats were like $7,000, and they were kicked out. So they just lost, I mean, a buttload of money just for being an idiot.
That's wild.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. People were like, and even Yankee fans. I'm a Yankee fan. Okay, that's disgusting. You don't touch the player. You don't do that. You know. But he never touched. But he caught it. It wasn't like it bounced out. You know, and he's coming down, and you see this arm pulling back, and the guy's pulling the ball out. Man, that was wild. I would punch the guy. But no. And they ruled.
What did they call it though? What did they call it? Did the guy get on base?
Yeah, no, they ruled it an out.
Oh, it was an out. Okay.
Yeah, they ruled it an out.
I was curious about that.
Yeah. Oh, that was a wild game.
I saw it. I forgot what happened though.
I'm tired, man. Oof. So Jeff, how'd it go when you went to talk to the people? Did it go good?
It got canceled.
Did it?
It got canceled, Jeff?
Yeah, so it was a bust.
You going back tomorrow?
No.
They reschedule it maybe.
No, it's. I don't think there's anything to reschedule. They had
They
very
just
little
not doing it
information
now?
about it. It wasn't through them. It was some other company that comes to their place and does something. People seem to know very little about it. So.
I told you should have had the antlers on. If you had the antlers on, they'd have been too scared to let you leave. Just keep going.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't worried about that.
If you get a job at McDonald's, you know how many fries you'll get for free?
I know. I tried to peek today and see if I could see the fry station, but I didn't. I didn't get a good glimpse.
It's like the first time it dawned on Jeff to go, you know what? I should work at McDonald's, man.
But I was still waiting. They were supposed to call me for my interview, and they never did. I don't
they
know
pay
what's up
pretty
with
good.
that.
I heard they pay well now. Like it's
They
not
do.
even like a bad job anymore. Like,
Yeah.
they pay pretty
minimum
good.
wage.
I
Well,
can't even
minimum
get
wage is-
McDonald's to hire me.
Well, minimum wage is 15, and
Yeah.
they usually pay.
Yeah,
they usually pay. They usually pay about 17. You usually make about $17 an hour, and it's good.
They give you more.
And you'll get hours. I mean, you'll get 30 to 40 hours. You know, and you get they give you a free meal, and then at the end of the night, there's refuge, and people just take it home. They do it. There's a Popeyes. There's a Popeyes down the street, right? You know how expensive Popeyes chicken is, and the person's supposed to take that discarded chicken and put it out into the dumpster, and he'll text somebody, and the guy will come through, and he'll just go like that, and he'll put it in the car. it's like
That's where I need to go apply. Is Popeyes? They might hire me there.
Yeah, tell them you're Cajun.
Let's see,
They got good
Popeyes.
chicken.
Really good.
Yeah, I always
Oh,
like
the
Popeyes.
nearest one is like 2 or 3 towns over. The figures.
Well, look at the bus route. You could take a bus route.
I'm not taking a bus for hours just to go work at a Popeyes. Oh, actually,
2 or 3
they do have one.
towns. Okay.
They have one in my town. It's a little far away, but at least it's closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a whole new appreciation for people that have basic jobs now because they're harder to get than you think.
Yeah. But then you see people that are working at places saying to yourself, how the hell did this person get this job? Like you know, they're just like, I'm just like, so I don't know if it's, there's quotas. I don't know. That's a theory because
Same here.
I
I
don't.
don't know how people end up with the jobs or end up keeping the jobs that they have.
Yeah, when they don't work, like they
Right.
work like jerks and treat you like crap, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't eat out, but like on special occasions, like once in a while, we'll go to Olive
Yeah.
Garden, and that it sounds cheesy, just because I don't feel like cooking that night. And because I love the soup, salad, and breadsticks. It's like my favorite thing. Olive
Olive
Garden
Garden's
cheap
got good
days.
food. They got good food.
They do. It's improved. It went downhill for a while. It got crappy for a while, and then it went back up again. And I like
I've
pizza
always
too.
liked their salad.
I've always liked their 5 cheese ziti and their
Hmm.
salad and breadsticks and stuff. I've always got the
See,
same thing pretty much. I mean, they're good chicken parm. I think I know what you mean when it went downhill a little bit there for a while.
yeah. Then it came
There was
back
a
up.
period I didn't like going there too, so I get that.
We were doing it like 4 times a week. They did a buy
Damn.
one a BOGO. They did a BOGO, buy one get one free,
Oh, yeah.
and and then you would take them to go because you can only what was it? Was a thing to go only, BOGO to go only, but it comes
Bogo
in a
to
metal
go.
tin, metal
It was
tin.
good though. This is good.
So if you get a $22 meal, you just got two of them,
Yeah.
and they pile it up. If you get fettuccine alfredo or you get like you know ziti or something like that, they give you a lot of food. So you can stretch it. You can eat it one night, maybe eat it the next. I eat spaghetti in the morning. I don't know. I don't know if Tommy does. I love cold spaghetti. Um, I like it. It's good. It's breakfast of the champions.
Yeah, most places I go to, I can usually save half the meal for the next day. Like,
Yeah.
there's big portions.
Unless
The
they cheap you
Italian
out and they give
places
you
around
little,
here.
little crappy stuff. Yeah, and we have a mom and pop that we go to, and it's mom and pop. It's like the size of like a cell phone store, like one of the small ones. It's not a
Yeah,
big. They have three. They have five. They have 6 tables. You're
we have
sitting there,
places
and
like that around here.
they
Small
have six
places.
tables,
Yeah,
and the food, it's a little pricey because their overhead's probably high because they're mom and pop. But man, that food, whew, it is unbelievable. My son loves veal marsala. He loves, and I like the fettuccine alfredo. Yeah, so
Phil Marcel is good.
really good.
Yeah, it is good. I like chicken parm at the place I go to. It's a small place
Hmm.
just like that, but the like
Yeah.
the amount of food they give you is crazy. Like, it's like 3 meals and like one thing.
The funniest
It's
thing in
all
the world is every time I think about a small Italian restaurant, like real quaint with the checkerboard tablecloths, I think about the scene in The Godfather when Michael shoots the
yeah.
guy, Palazzo, and it's like a little small Italian place. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
Best
be right
best
back,
veal
guys.
in the city. Remember?
Right back. I need some food. Right back.
How's the veal? It's the best in the city. Try the veal. Best in the city.
I've never seen any of
You
those
never
movies.
watched it, huh? It's a good movie.
Haven't seen The
Classic.
Godfather, haven't seen Goodfellas.
Well, The Godfather's really good. I think you'll like that.
That's what I hear. All the criming and the violence.
Yeah. They're different kinds of movies. Like the Goodfellas and Casino movies are like real true stories.
I
And The
love
Godfather
Casino. I
is,
did see that one. I liked it a lot.
yeah. Yeah.
Because I lived in Vegas. I liked the story behind it.
It was awesome. Yeah. I loved Casino. But
Yeah.
yeah, The Godfather is fictional, so it's like it's
Mario
made up.
Puzo.
Yeah, it was a book, and then they made it into a movie. They made a second one. The third one sucks. First two were good though. What up, Barbara Knight?
Somebody must be watching in Discord because my numbers shot up when y'all came on.
All the trolls showed
And
up.
the crowd showed up.
the mic crowd. Are you gonna go on tonight again? Later?
Um,
Maybe?
I don't know. I haven't been lately. I've been wanting to, but I just haven't
The
been
Devil
doing it.
Live. The Devil Nighttime Live.
YouTube started this new like pay system for vertical when you go vertical.
Yeah, it promotes you more, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they have it's this new. It's not super chats. They're called jewels or something.
Jules. I
Yeah,
never heard of
I
that
don't
shit.
know how it works. That's why I want to play around with it and see. But
Oh, okay.
you buy jewels and give people gifts or something. I don't.
Yeah, that's kind of like they're copying off TikTok, it sounds like. Because that's like
Yeah,
the same thing that TikTok does with all
and
those
then if
jewels.
TikTok gets banned because the judge, that federal judge upheld the TikTok ban, then that's going to leave YouTube as the only game in town in America.
And TikTok has been competing with, or YouTube has been competing with TikTok for a
Yeah, they're
while.
trying. Yeah, they are trying to.
So that would mean they won if that ban stays, I guess. At least for America. Because it's only for America, I think.
Maybe the TikTok audience
Well, TikTok is
will have
still
to come to
active.
YouTube.
You could still go on TikTok right now. So I guess it didn't take effect yet.
Yeah, because
Whatever.
it's all in litigation.
Oh, okay. So once they
Yeah.
rule, we'll know whether or not. So TikTok literally could just disappear off our phones. Because
I
if
don't
that
know how that
happened,
works. They
or
wanted to
what?
divest and split off and become a separate company or something.
Whew.
Wild, man.
The
That would
world's
be
changing.
wild if it just disappeared like that, and like all of a sudden no more TikTok. There's a lot of people that probably in America that are making money from TikTok, and that would suck for them. I don't know how that would work.
Isn't TikTok a Chinese-owned company
It's Chinese owned, but I think the headquarters, like
in
I think
Taiwan?
there was. Is it in Taiwan? All right.
But it's a. The, I would
Chinese
never have.
algorithm, right?
I would never use TikTok. It's been proven to spy on you. Totally proven.
Yeah, that's a fact. It does
Yeah, I don't
spy.
use it either.
Like that,
Yeah.
it does spy. The algorithm literally will send you things and monitor your phone. But I think all these apps do. I like YouTube. I feel like does that. Like like I search for things, and then all of a sudden these things are popping up on my algorithm. So
Yeah.
like I don't know. I guess they're not searching as much or not invading our privacy as much. I don't know.
January 19th, it would take effect, unless the
Oh, really? January?
Supremes
That's
decide to hear the case and review it.
okay. I'll be interested to see what happens with that.
Well, I
Because
know
a lot of
Trump.
people are going to lose money with that.
But it
Trump wants it
says
out.
that Donald
Yeah.
Trump it signaled that he's going to seek to reverse the ban, and he takes
Reverse it.
office one day after the ban goes into effect.
He wants to get rid of it, or he wants to reverse
Reverse it, but I don't know if he has the power to do that. Does he?
Whoa, that surprises me, Mike. I thought he hated TikTok. I thought he was trying to get rid of TikTok before
I'm
Trump.
not sure. That is strange. That's a strange turn. There has to be something. There has to be something more in the mix on why he would do that.
Yeah, because
Now
I
we can
remember him
spy.
lobbying to get rid of it before. So I don't understand that.
Yeah, we had to remove apps. And that's the one thing about Facebook too. I'm getting really. I don't use my Facebook, but once in a blue moon, to send
I
family
don't use it.
messages.
I use
But
Instagram. I don't use Facebook.
it records everything you say.
I
Everything.
think Facebook is Instagram though. It's like the same thing. It's same company. I think.
Yeah, I don't use that either.
I think it all monitors our shit. Like
Yeah.
maybe I feel like YouTube. Like you have to allow your camera. You have to allow your microphone. We're allowing these things. So I don't know. Makes me
Yeah.
wonder.
And
Makes me wonder.
what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I have this thing on my. It's called WhatsApp. I know I sound dumb. Is that so you can call somebody through Wi-Fi? Is that what that is?
No, it's just the messenger service.
Okay, I didn't know what it was. I never used it.
What? Yeah, you can call someone through WhatsApp, can't you, Jeff? It's like a text. It's almost like Text Now in a way. It's just another company that does it. I think.
Because you can call people through. You can call them through Facebook too.
Yeah, I think people have like a WhatsApp number. You know what I mean? Like it's another number you can use other than your real cell phone number. I think. I'm not positive on that though.
It sounds right. Yeah, man. So Jeff, how was that? How was that monster stream from last night? He did. You were on. You were on a long.
It went well.
Yeah, you're on there a long time.
Yeah, it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, that's good.
So I think we're going to do it again Sunday.
You got your couple missing subs back. I saw that.
I don't know. Let me check. Because my subs shot up and then they dropped right back down after it was over. So, nope, I'm still back to 802. The subathon worked, but then I lost them all by the next day.
Oh, but you said you wanted to be above 8, and then you did it. So
well, I hope I hold there because I was above 8 last week and it dropped below 8. So
I think a lot of not bots, a lot of socks will come in and subscribe, and then we're done. They'll unsubscribe. I think it's a lot of socks.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. But that doesn't help. Like if you're using a sock to subscribe, it doesn't help to just go take it off the next day.
It's like they're playing with you. And that's how they were saying that there's a service. Tommy might know if I'm right or wrong. There was a service you could pay that socks would subscribe to you, and it would build your channel, and it's an account like a program, and they're just socks subscribing. Like there's a program that keeps making socks over and over and over and over again.
I need to look up my Social Blade score. I have my channel was graded a C+.
That's good.
Your YouTube channel?
Yeah, but I want to find out how to get an A. I'm not happy.
They rated your channel? That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I never saw that. Social Blade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right in the middle.
So now. I'm still at a C+.
Probably because you don't do a lot of regular videos, Jeff.
I'm live every day.
If you do more shorts and like regular video uploads, maybe that's it. I would look into it though. It should tell you why and how you can improve it. Like
how
I would
do
think
you?
it would
Yeah,
tell
but
you.
it doesn't.
Like
God, it even has.
It
has the video we're on right now. The stream we're on right now. It has it as the most recent video. What how that's what I was looking for, but I couldn't see where it told me.
It should tell you
what I had to do to get, or why I have a C and not an A.
Yeah, like what you're lacking in. Is it because of like language? Or is it because like are your lives able to be monetizable or?
Yeah.
You know how to do that? How to make them monetize? Like put them in the green? You got to check your studio with all that.
Wait, say what?
All right, like your live streams, so that you can run ads on them because you're monetized.
Oh, I think don't I have to hit 1,000 first?
No, I don't think. I don't know.
To run the ads.
Maybe I don't know though. Maybe you do
have that option.
Maybe
yet.
you do, Jeff. I'm not positive on that. Okay.
I
thought maybe you could do it at 500. I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Do you do ads on yours?
Yeah, I could do ads on mine. On 2 of my channels. It's you have to go like after you do the video or the live stream, or before you have to go into your studio and then click it to like there'll be a thing that says monetization, and then you could put on or off, you know. And then when it's on, it runs the ads, and then you can make money on the video, depending on how many views you get, how many people watch it, click through. I mean, it's not a lot if you're not getting a lot of views, but at least it's something. It adds up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if you have that yet. Like you said, you might have to wait till you have 1,000. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think I do. But
okay.
I think 200 more subs would get me there.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't be that long to get you there, Jeff. 200 more should be very quick. I'd say the next month, latest, you'll have it.
This channel grew. because it grew organically, it was very slow, slow, slow
And if you
growth.
start dropping some short videos, some of them will go viral because they'll promote them, and then you can get subs off of those
Do you
videos.
do
People will just,
shorts?
yeah,
What
everybody does
what kind of stuff do
shorts.
you like? What makes a good short?
Anything you want to put, like if you want to just clip something out of your live stream that you thought was entertaining or informative and make it into a short video, you could do that. Or you could just make a regular video on any topic you want to talk about real quick. I
What's
mean,
the
there's a
what's the
lot of
time limit
shorts
for
on
shorts?
YouTube.
How long do they have to
Look
be?
around. Yeah.
How long is a
I would
short?
there's well, you can make them up to 60 seconds,
Oh,
and then you can make
that's so
one
short.
at
That's the
30.
thing. I can't think of content to fit into 60 seconds. It would take me longer than
Yeah.
that to talk about a topic.
No, I get
Jeff,
that. I get that.
are you gonna be on for a while, or it's a short stream?
Probably not. I think I'm gonna go
Okay.
play
Yeah, I'm
games or
ready
I'm
to
gonna,
something.
jump down.
yeah,
But if you go
the
on
link.
later, I'll pop on tonight.
Yeah,
If I do a
If you
vertical,
do.
I'm gonna do it at some point. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but because I want to try out this new vertical
It's
payment
so
system they
foggy
have.
out right now. It's fucking crazy how foggy it is tonight.
You live close to the water, right, Tommy? Right off that
Yeah,
lake.
well, not close to the water. I mean, I'm in PA, so near Philadelphia. It's not like
Yeah.
Jersey's the ocean. About 45 minutes from the water. It's just foggy out because of it just rained and, it's not too cold.
Yeah.
Just foggy.
China.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. And Jeff, think about jumping around on different panels.
That never goes well. No, I learned to stop doing all that.
Yeah.
You don't like going to other panels, Jeff?
No, that's where all the drama and the
Well, don't go to the drama
communication
channels.
breakdowns start to happen. Because people have, I know what the norm is on my panel. When I go on somebody else's panel, there's different expectations, different etiquette,
I
different
get that.
ways they expect people to act and talk, and I don't. I
Hmm.
always get in trouble on other people's channels.
Mm-hmm.
You feel more
Some of
comfortable
them
on
are
your
more
own.
policey than I am.
I
I
get
stay
that.
here where it's in my little unsafe space.
Is that really Joey Waffles down there?
I get that. What's that?
Is that really Joey
Joey
Waffles?
I
Waffles?
think so.
I think, yeah, that's Waffles. What up, Waffles?
Okay.
Salute,
I
bro.
haven't seen him in a while.
I think that's
Right on,
Waffles.
man. I don't know. It looks so. I don't know. All right,
No, but your
guys. I'm gonna
channel's
jump.
doing good, Jeff. You're doing
Yeah,
pretty good.
Jeff.
C
You went
plus. I'm
from
doing C plus.
Jeff.
It's not
I know.
enough.
I wouldn't worry about that too much because, you're still starting out. So,
Think about this, Jeff. It took you a few years to get to 454, and now you're at 802 in a few months later. Think about that. So the growth is there. So keep going.
yeah, I don't get why it doesn't tell you what you can do to make it an A. Like, I really don't understand that. Like,
Yeah.
that's weird to
Unless
me.
it's like a pay fee. Oh, Social Blade Premium. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, yeah. See, you probably have to pay for it. Then it probably will help you with that. I mean, there's all kinds of things that are out there like that trying to help you build your channel. I don't even know what ones are reputable, which ones aren't, things that help you get views.
Let me check my Twitter. Maybe I have a higher grade on Twitter.
There's something called vidIQ that helps you like map your videos out and helps you find a
vidIQ?
niche. Yeah, it's called vidIQ.
Ooh, I don't
It
have a grade on Twitter at all.
helps you grow them up.
They don't have any data for me. vidIQ. Let me look.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It might help you just to look at
Boost
whatever
your
you're bored.
views and subscribers on YouTube.
There we go.
Those were things I used to look at.
Generate video ideas. Reach bigger audiences. Oh, it helps you with keywords and stuff like that.
For titles and stuff like that, because that'll draw people in, especially when you're talking
just
about
the right
topics.
titles.
Yeah, like if you have a topic you want to talk about on a live stream, like that'll help you use keywords that trigger the algorithm.
That just seems like artificial growth, though.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It helps you get exposed more. That's all, because YouTube will promote your video more instead of just put you on the shelf.
Well, Mr. B, I'm not opposed to some consulting. if it will help me get where I'm trying to go. Um, if they could tell me how to get my A, or how to, not necessarily how to get the A. I don't care about their grade, but how to
Exactly. They're
achieve the goals I'm
consulting.
trying to achieve here
They
on
want you
this
to pay
channel.
for it.
Because it's been experimental from the start. I'm just doing my thing and seeing if it works or not.
You've had some really good panels, though. I mean, you know, there's been some pretty good ones.
There's never any. Well, there's fighting and arguing here, but there's never any like like horrible disrespect or f you or
No, I
it's
don't
not
let
like
that stick. It does if
yeah.
it doesn't last here for very long. I don't allow it to take root here. And I love my audience. That's my.
Mhm.
I think that is my biggest. I don't want to call it a selling point. It's not a. One of my biggest strengths of this channel is the
Motivate,
audience,
yeah, strength.
the
Yeah,
chat audience that's grown up around it.
you got a good
I think we
community.
have the best one on YouTube. I just love them.
Right on, man. Right on.
No
We'll
doubt.
keep on keeping on. But Jeff, yeah, keep drilling away on looking for places, man. I'm telling you, just keep doing it.
I will.
Oh,
I'll be out. If I'm not out tonight, I'll be out tomorrow. Oh, wait. Actually, hang on. I'm very busy. It's going to be a short stream, and it's going to be at a different time. Tomorrow, look for me somewhere around noon my time. What is that Eastern? 3 p.m.?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Look for me around 3 p.m. tomorrow, so about an hour earlier, and I can only do about an hour. And then I have something to do, and then I can come back and do another little hour, and then I have another job class. So tomorrow's kind of busy.
thanks.
It won't be the normal schedule, but I'll be out at some point tomorrow during the day, probably around
Okay.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Good luck finding a job, man, and or with the job class, whatever you're doing with that. Good. Hope it all works out.
I'm starting to panic. When you can't even get McDonald's to hire you,
Nah,
that's
I'm sure you'll be able to get McDonald's to hire you if you actually apply and
I did
work it out.
apply.
Oh, you did? I didn't know you applied. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you
give
have
it some
to
time. Call them up too. Follow
They
up.
said they would schedule an interview within 3 days. That was almost 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
I know, but
I
you
would
have,
call them, Jeff. Call them yourself. Say, look, I filled out an application. I'm just curious.
I want to go.
If
I want to make some fries.
sometimes you got to be persistent with these
yeah.
jobs, man. You got to remind them that you have an application in there. Fucking, I want to get
There's
hired.
a whole art to getting an entry level job. I'm learning. They're not. People think like in my day, you could just walk in and fill out a paper application, and then
Yeah,
they'd
remember
usually
those
call you for an
days?
interview.
Oh God, things are so different now.
I know.
Like when I first started working, that's when they first started the online like applications. Like go on our website, fill out an application. Like it's like now it's like everything is that. Just no paper applications anymore. Unless you get it like a real small.
I wish
place.
there was a place where you can put not a resume, but like an ad saying what you offer, what you're looking for, and then employers could scope you out and contact you or
Isn't
recruit
that
you.
called?
There's employment websites. There was one. Go ahead, Mike. You say what you were gonna say. I'm trying to think of the
Isn't it
one I
called
used to use. What's it called?
Indeed? Isn't Indeed? Where they
Yeah,
look
I
there
for
you
use
people?
go,
Indeed.
Mike.
I
was
can't
just
stand
thinking of that.
Indeed. It's so useless. Their algorithm is so
It worked for
thrown
me,
off.
Jess. I found the good
Whatever
jobs through
data
Indeed.
it's using on me, it's feeding me a whole bunch of jobs that I have no interest
That's
in,
where I
and I
found my
can't
mechanic
tweak it to
job.
show me jobs that I actually want to work.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
it thinks I want different jobs than I do, and I don't know how to communicate to it
They
that
have.
that's
Well,
not what
there's
I'm looking for.
Monster. I know Monster is out there. I liked Indeed. I thought they were good, honestly.
Oh,
I tell you
Monster's a
one,
place you can post your. But see,
Monster.
they have like Monster and Career Builder. You could post a resume,
I
but
think
I
so.
want to
Yeah.
post an ad because I can get the AI to write me like a little descriptive paragraph of what kind of employee I am that a resume itself is not going to communicate.
He probably is overqualified for McDonald's, but it would pay him well, and he kind of
yeah.
just wants the chill job,
I'm probably overqualified for almost anything I apply for, especially
Yeah.
after being out today and seeing what's out there.
I'll tell you one thing: for an entry level job, if you can make $650 a week working at McDonald's, it's
That's
a
not
start.
bad.
it's a start.
It's way better than it used to be. Back
More
like
than I
a
make
couple
here.
years back, they were only making like $7 an hour. I mean,
Yeah.
they've made a big change.
Yeah,
It
I've
was
given up on a
Recently.
career. I just want a job. I just want to pay the bills, have an income.
yeah,
It's amazing how that's changed. With the minimum wage and all.
yeah. It went from
It took
750 to
forever for it to
15.
change. It took forever
Yeah,
for it to change. It seems like.
I'm telling you, man, just keep drilling. I'm gonna jump
Yeah,
down,
you'll get
guys.
something, Jeff.
And try to catch you guys tomorrow. I haven't even ate dinner yet. I'm gonna go eat something.
Well, yeah, go eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down too. Salute. Have a good night, y'all.
You
Later,
Good
too.
luck
guys.
with your job search.
Thanks.
Later.
Thank.
Hey, man. Keep going, Jeff. You got this. You got this, man. All right. I'll talk to you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Take care. I'll be out at some point. All right. I guess that's it today.
How do I get out of here? I came back.
You want me to kick you?
No.
There. All right, that's it. I'm going to go. If anybody wants to play that co-op game on Steam, we were here. Hit me up on Discord. I'm kind of in the mood to do something active. I've been watching a lot of movies and shows and stuff, and I don't want to sit in front of the TV. Oh, no, this was it was a bunch of celebrity gossip. It was men sitting around talking about the latest celebrity gossip and political gossip, and I heard this, and what do you think about this? And oh, did you hear about so and so? And none of it was. I like something more to go on than just what somebody heard at the water cooler this week, and well, Mr. B talked to me because it does a better job than I could do on my own. And it's good at organizing a lot of information that I could not necessarily organize very elegantly on my own. But then I also take the ad and then I rewrite it, or I like edit it to sound more like I would actually write an ad. Because I'm starting to be able to tell, just like you could tell AI art, I can tell AI writing. And I even tell the AI now, I'm like, this sounds too much like an AI wrote it. Can you rewrite it in a way that sounds more like a person? And it knows exactly what I'm talking about because it rewrites it. I don't know how, Dingo, but on my Discord, it seems to be pretty harmonious. Like, there's not a lot of drama or fighting or anything. People have constructive chats and they share useful articles and videos, and we have some in-depth discussions sometimes. There is a panel drama channel, but it doesn't even get used that often. Every now and then people will start a conversation about what's going on in the panelverse, but it really seems to be used to just connect over actual useful information. And so I'm happy with it. That's like the one thing that doesn't have a lot of drama on it. So we'll see what happens. And you know what, Mr. B, the worst I could do is post whatever the AI wrote for me and see what I get. It's not gonna. I don't think it could hurt. I don't think I'm gonna have less of a job than I have now from doing it. So I need to find where my strength is networking. If I knew where the networking opportunities were, I'd probably have a job by now. If you could put me at some kind of social event where people are just informally mingling and chatting, I can usually get the information I need and pass on the information that would help somebody else. I'm a people person. I'm very good with in-person, face-to-face people stuff. And that's a skill set that's severely lacking here. So I think I would be good for companies that need that because it's in short supply where I am. There's not a lot of it in the labor force. So if I can communicate that to the right people, I'm also a pretty good problem solver. Especially, again, people problems. Like if you have work problems, staff problems, employee problems, group dynamics, social dynamic problems, this is not working. I'm trying to accomplish this, but The people I have doing this, it's not. I don't know how to pull it off. I'm good at that kind of stuff. And but what I'm trying to find is the business leaders, owners, managers, supervisors, the leadership level of a business, and communicate what I can offer to those people, because they've got to have some kind of need for me somewhere. I'm a great employee. I'm reliable. I show up on time. I get the work. You can usually do the work of like 3 or 4 other employees. I have a lot of drive, passion, ability. I have all of that. And I'm trustworthy. I'm loyal. Show me what to do. You're not going to have to worry about any of that. My problem is the social stuff. The coworkers around me seem to get really irritated by me, and it creates friction between what I'm there trying to do and their work style. And every now and then, a manager finds me ungovernable. But as long as I'm doing the work, like putting out high quality work, that's all you need me for, right? As long as I'm doing that, then it seems like you would leave me alone so I could do that. But they always find these little things to nitpick over. Oh, that's that's fading quickly. If that's the answer, I better. My window is like this short. I would be great at hospitality. I'd be great at front desk or at the restaurant, like where you come in, the people that, what do you host? I'd be good as a Walmart greeter. I am really good at being the first point of contact and setting the tone for the rest of your experience. The problem is after me, it's all going to go downhill from there. But at least I have set a positive expectation for your visit. Another thing I'm really good at is customer like angry customers. When customer service breaks down, like today, and recovery, turning it around and keeping those customers loyal, even though they're having a bad experience. And a lot of that's problem solving. Like find out what is the problem that needs to be solved in the moment that they're upset over, and how to retain their goodwill. Yes, that is the problem I get into. But I tell them that in the interview. And they hire me anyway, and then they complain the whole time because they can't fit me into their. That's why I'm really good at independent contracting more than actual employment, and that's why my LLC is set up where I can do independent contracting through it. Someone can hire me as a consultant, because independent contracting, you deliver the product or the service that they're contracting you to provide, but they're not allowed to tell you how to do the work. They just, if they're satisfied with the work, then the contract's satisfied. If they're not, then you figure out what you have to do differently, or they can fire you and get somebody else, but they can't tell you how to do the work. I've always thought so too. But here, and one thing, and I don't know if this maybe works against me, but one thing I've noticed in this part of the country, almost universally, it's very high anxiety. Every single place you go in, whether it's a fast food restaurant, a grocery store, an office, healthcare, the people in there are tense and anxious. It's visible that they are not comfortable interfacing with people, with the public, with customers, and it puts the customer like on it's a walking on eggshell feeling. Like you walk into a place and everybody's tense and you don't know why, but then you become tense because you're wondering, oh, am I going to do something that's going to make them tense? And so the kind of environmental norm here is anxious. And when I show up, I'm very relaxed. I have no problem talking to people. I'm very comfortable talking to people. I think that makes people like that even more anxious when you're the only person that's comfortable and relaxed in a high anxiety environment. You stand out as the component that people don't know what to do with, because if you can't like match your anxiety to theirs and show them that you're one of one of them and part of that anxiety, they don't know what to do with you. Even though what you're bringing is a positive thing, it's like kind of the antidote to the anxiety. If you're the only one bringing that and nobody else around you knows how to accommodate that, and the managers don't know how to manage that, that could be a liability. That's why I look for environments where my strengths are assets and they're not disruptive. Because a lot of times if you bring the wrong strength, if you bring what's a strength to the wrong environment, it's not a strength anymore. It's a liability. And what my weakness is, because I'm not from here, I don't know how to identify which environments I'm going to fit in, like culturally or psychologically. Because they work off of completely different norms than I would bring to a situation. Barbara Knight, HR is my nemesis. HR is my mortal enemy. HR are the ones that hate. Once you end up on the radar of HR, you're done. That's it. You can start planning your next job. And I always end up on HR's radar. And they hate me too. Because I go in there and I call them on all their bullshit. Although the very first job I got fired from, it was the first time in my life I've been fired. I got called into HR. And I knew what was going on. And the HR manager, he wasn't the one firing me. He was the one that had to actually implement the firing. But it was at the request of my manager. He was so cool. He was so awesome. We just sat and we had an open, honest conversation. He's the one that told me that he said that I'm too creative, passionate, and intense, and that they're just not set up for that there. So he did not agree with the firing. He did not think I should be fired. He's like, I don't agree with this. We have to let you go anyway because your manager's making the decision. But he did not think I was a problem employee. He saw the value in me. And it was one of the best firing experiences of my life. I walked out of there, just got fired for the first time in my life. And I felt so I felt like that was a positive accomplishment. I'm like, wow, they gave me like a 2 weeks salary, like 2 weeks pay. He paid for me he paid for an Uber to take me home. Like, I really got the velvet glove treatment. I'm like, wow, that was a really positive experience. I've never been fired before. Why do I feel so good about it? That guy was really good, that HR guy. He listened to my concerns. He addressed my perception of the situation. He didn't agree with the decision. He said he did everything he could to help in that moment. Every job I've had before moving to Seattle, I've thrived in. I've always been a highly valuable employee. I had excellent performance reviews. I was the employee that nobody wanted to lose. Every time I had to leave a workplace, they were like, "No, we don't want. How do we keep you? We don't want to lose you." When I turned in my notice in New Orleans to move up here, it was at a hospital. It was at the psych ward of a hospital. I was working one day, and one of the doctors came in. She was pissed. I could see her in the elevator. She came off the elevator. She was pissed, and she comes up to the desk, and she slams her folder on the desk. She goes, "I'm pissed," and I'm like, "Oh Lord, what happened?" And she says, "They tell me you're leaving?" I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "I'm moving to Seattle. Did you hear?" She goes, "What the fuck are we supposed to do?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You're the only one that has a clue of what goes on around here. You're the only one that has a clue of how to do anything around here. What are we supposed to do?" I thought she was joking. I thought it was a bit. She was legitimately pissed that I was leaving. That's the kind of settings I'm used to being in. And I moved up here and I brought I didn't change a thing. I brought the same skill set, the same personality, the same style, everything. And they absolutely, it's like Godzilla in a china shop. They absolutely do not know what to do with me up here. Like everything is organized so tightly that the slightest little like non-verbal vibe thing will throw the whole office off. You are not just free to work at your own style and be yourself here. There's all kind of non-verbal like booby traps that you're constantly setting off if you say or do the wrong thing, and none of it is work related. None of it. I remember me and a coworker one day at the job, the first job I got fired from. We were talking about sport, like the L.A. Lakers and sports team or something, and I made some little offhand comment about teams, teamwork, and or something. And then I went to lunch, and I came back from lunch. My coworker was in tears, and she was standing with my manager. And I walked in the office, and my manager's just glaring at me. Whatever I don't even remember what the comment was. Whatever that comment was, traumatized this coworker. And she went to my manager, and she said how uncomfortable and hurtful that it made her feel. There was no way for me to predict that comment. I wasn't even talking to her. She just happened to hear me and my coworker talking. He was the one talking about some Lakers game. It was ridiculous. So that kind of stuff, like, plus I talk about the coworkers all the time that told me I was working at too high of a standard, like I was setting a higher standard for work than the rest of them were able to work up to because of the pace I can work at or the quality of work. That's not my fault. Like I don't have a lower, I'm not going to do less quality work just so you can feel comfortable about the work that you're doing. I don't have the ability to do that. Yeah, I didn't understand her. Even the coworker that I was saying it to didn't even understand. He's from here, and he couldn't even explain it. Like he didn't even understand why she was happy. So I knew it wasn't me. And a lot of these are they're female. I was like a lot of times the only guy in the office or one of two guys in the whole office. The supervisors were all female. So it's a lot of like mother daughter dynamics. Like if they see the supervisor as a mother figure, so if they get upset, and then the supervisor takes this maternal role toward the staff. So it's deeper than just what it seems on the surface. It's a psychodynamic with very deep roots in maternalism and female psychology too. Oh yeah, they do. Because in Louisiana, they are happy to have anybody that can halfway do the job because it is so hard to find even halfway competent people to staff your organization with. So if you're in there and you can make it through the day, and even if you can do like a C plus level work, they are so relieved to have somebody even like that. They don't make it any harder than they have to for you to be there. And here, I think the competency level's a little higher. It's easy to find someone that you can educate and train to execute the job duties proficiently. So then they have all these other standards they can use to gatekeep who gets to stay in the jobs or not. It's not just who can do the good job, because somebody can do an okay, decent job that you could tolerate and stay with the company. They don't need you. They're a little less lax about, because I'm used to getting by on my competency. If I'm there and I'm doing a good job, I expect you to support me to stay there and to not incentivize me to want to leave. And most intelligent employers will do that. Oh, we have this Jeff guy. He does really good work. Let's figure out how we can retain him as an employee and not make him want to go work somewhere else. Here, they don't do that. If you can do like a C-level work, They have an office full of people who can do the same level of work. They don't need A and B level work. They're okay with having just basic competency as long as there's harmony in the office. So if you're doing A level work but all your coworkers are irritated with you, or are you making them feel bad, they're very ready to sacrifice you to maintain office harmony. So competency doesn't carry the same value here that I'm used to it carrying in other jobs. It's like social cohesion. They call it cultural fit here, but office harmony, social harmony, vibes, that kind of stuff carries way more of a value here than actual competency. So they will sacrifice competency to have an office where everybody pretends to like each other and get along, rather than have somebody that can work at a very high level of competency. I don't know what she wanted, honestly. And this was the ones that told me I was setting too high. That was from a coworker, or several coworkers actually, but it wasn't from an actual supervisor. So I just ignored it. We were equals. They had no authority over me. Yeah, mediocrity. I'm not. I'm outside of the curve. So I don't fit like an employer has to know what to do with an outlier. They have to know what to do with somebody that does not work to the middle of the curve. And it's kind of it's some of it I think is a little bit of tall poppy. Like if you stand out too much, you become the problem. Even though you might be standing out for what are on paper positive reasons, you still become, if you're the lone person standing out and you don't know how to kind of reduce your visibility, like your threat level, then you become the problem and you become the target. And part of the reason for that is that I've noticed is that a lot of people in those offices are not focusing on the actual work. They're focusing on all this other stuff that has nothing to do with the actual job. If everybody would just be focused on doing their part of the job, none of this would be happening in the first place. So they have a lot of time to focus on all of this social stuff because they're not putting that focus into the work itself. And part of it, I think, is that anxiety factor. There's a high premium on figuring out how to fit in with a highly anxious group of people and not increase their anxiety. And so their focus gets split between how do I maintain group harmony and how do I do a halfway competent job at the same time. And I don't care about the social stuff. Adults can manage that for themselves. So they get 100% of my bandwidth is focused on my job. And I'm not used to adults needing that kind of babysitting to be comfortable at a job. Almost every job I've been to, people show up and they do the work. And the social stuff is what happens in between the actual job. And it's not a big deal, and it's not the majority of the workday. And most of us have a team mentality where our jobs are all aligned towards some larger goal, and so we're there to support each other in doing our individual jobs. And that's most of what happens in the workplaces that I've been successful in. Oh, well, I'm glad that I'm glad we're having this conversation actually, because it helps me to kind of review this and think through it. A lot of times I don't know what I know until I start processing out loud. That's common with extroverts. Having another person to process with. And that's why that's why all my friends call me when they need to do this. I'm a good person to let people process their own problems with and think out loud. So thank you for being this for me. All right, I think I'm going to go try to find a game or some kind of constructive activity, something that engages me actively. And if I'm not out tonight, I will be out tomorrow, like I said, about an hour early. I have job class in the morning. Oh, I have to do that values exercise tonight too. I may do that on stream too. Anyway, I'll see you either tonight or tomorrow at some point during the day. And I guess we'll. Yeah, I'm getting a lot out of the job classes themselves, but they take up a lot of time, and I'm not getting paid for any of it. So in a way, they kind of take me away from the job search, but I'm getting a lot of value out of them that I could apply to a job situation at the same time. So I think they're still worth doing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to keep doing them for weeks and weeks at a time. I think this might be my last week, and then I'm going to have to pull back and focus on actually finding the job. All right. Fatty, T-Ball, everybody else, take care. I really appreciate it. Yeah. It's been a great opportunity to chat, and let's do it again. Go out and do something fun for yourself, like this. Treat yourself to something you enjoy. And I'll see you all later. Take care.